echoes of a laughter that live between the beams, the silence of the highway, the hum of passing trains, carried all our questions across the window panes. But distance is a teaching, not a thief for what is true. It shows the heart its gravity and where it's pulled to. After the distance, after the space, love stands taller, time can't erase. Not every absence means letting go. After the distance, we only grow. There were nights of restless ceilings, of calendars and doubt, of wondering if the quiet was wearing love down out. But every dawn reminded, through ordinary light, if love can breathe in absence, it can survive the night. Not every road is easy, not every sky is clear, but what survives the waiting becomes what we hold dear. After the distance, love is not proximity, nor shadows intertwined. It is the quiet certainty of choosing heart and mind. Not once in easy moments, but daily without applause. Through unanswered questions and unexplainable pause. We are not defined by closeness, but by what we're willing to defend. A promise that keeps breathing, even when it bends. After the distance, after the ache, love is the courage we choose to make. Not built on nearness, but built to last. After the distance, stronger than the past. After the distance, we understand. Love is not timing, but taking a stand. And if tomorrow calls us apart, after the distance, you still have my heart. After the distance.
I remember how it started, like a spark against the wind. Two imperfect hearts unguarded, not sure where to begin. You were standing in the daylight, I was hiding in the blue. Never thought that something so right would feel this new. You said stay, don't run away. And we rise when the world falls down. We hold when the night gets loud. Through the doubt, through the storm somehow, we're still here, we're still now. Every scar, every broken sound, let our hearts to common ground.
searching for a reason. You were learning how to trust. We were dancing through the seasons, shaking off the dust. Every word we left unspoken, every tear we let it show. Built a bridge across the ocean we used to know. No more walls, no more disguises,
just the truth between our eyes. And we rise when the world falls down. We hold when the night gets loud. Through the doubt, through the storm somehow, we're still here, we're still now. Every scar, every broken sound, let our hearts to common ground. If love is lost and then refound, it's here where we begin again. The sky turns into gray,
we won't let the fear remake us.
We've come too far to walk away.
We've been shadows, we've been light. We've been wrong and we've been right. Now there's nothing left to hide, standing side by side.
When the world falls down, we hold. When the night gets loud, through the doubt, through the storm somehow, we're still here, we're still now. Every scar, every broken sound turned our fear into something proud. If love is lost and then refound, it's here where we begin again. It's here where we begin again. We begin again. We begin again.
Every shadow feels electric light, I promise coming soon. You say nothing but your breathing tells me what you feel. There's a tenderness you're feeling, something very real. Before the morning breaks, before the light can see, let the silence say the words you're too afraid to speak. Every heartbeat wakes, every doubt retreats before the morning breaks. Stay here with me. We have both been through the fire, we have both been torn, carrying a small desire to be safely reborn. But tonight there's no disguising what our eyes confess. Love is not about surviving, it's about yes. Before the morning breaks, if the sun should test our courage, if the daylight feels too wide, remember how this fragile moment pulled us side by side. We are not afraid of falling, we are not alone. Every risk before the sky turns gold. Let this trembling truth between us be brave enough to hold. Every heartbeat wakes, every fear unfolds before the morning breaks. Let this love be told. Before the morning breaks. We are standing on a shoreline with a tide beneath our feet, watching distant constellations where the sky and water meet. The future is a question written softly in the blue, but every step toward tomorrow I wanna take with you. Let the wind be restless, let the waves be wild. Love was never meant to remain a child. Hold on to the horizon, even when it moves, even when the pathway shifts beneath our shoes. We don't need to see it to believe it's there. Hold on to the horizon, and I'll meet you there. We have felt uncertainty like thunder in the chest. We have feared the open sea more than harbor rest. But comfort is a shoreline that slowly disappears. Growth is born in braver steps beyond familiar fears. If the stars seem distant, if the night feels long, remember what we're building is deeper than a song. Hold on to the horizon. Not every dream is certain, not every road is straight, but love is not a gambler, it is a choice we make. Not once in a perfect moment, but daily through the climb, through the silent questions, through the test of time. So when the waves grow louder and doubt begins to rise, look into my steady heart and not the restless skies. Ooh, yeah. If the world fell silent tomorrow, no traffic, no whispered goodbye, no echo of distant sorrow, just an unbroken sky. Would your heartbeat still find me across the quiet air? Would love still speak gently, even if no one were there? If the world fell silent, I would still hear you in the rhythm of my breathing, in everything I do. No thunder, no choir, no grand design, just your steady presence, keeping time with mine. We have built our days on murmurs, on promises softly said, on fragile, trembling wonders where brave and fragile tread. But even stripped of language, even robbed of sound, I would trace your shadow where silence gathers round. If the world fell silent, I would still hear you. If the world fell silent, I would still hear you. Strip away the noise of living, strip away the crowded air. Love does not require permission, it is simply there. Not in spectacle or shouting, not in grand display, but in the sacred quiet where two hearts choose to stay. Clean electric guitar, the electric guitar echoes, prominent melody, gradual lift into emotional sustained notes. If the world fell silent, we would not be afraid, for love is always spoken in the vows we made. No work or say required, no rising tide, just your hand in mine, and the quiet inside. Strong, oh good, strong gradually softens, soft vocal refrain, even in silence. Hear you. There's to see. What if love required persistence more than dignity? I would gather every fragment, every trembling line, lay them down without condition, and finally make them mine. Guitar, echoing melody, gradual build, sustained notes, emotional bends. These are the letters we never send, but maybe love is heaven bent to give us one more chance to try, one more truth we can't deny. If courage now is what we choose, then there is nothing left to lose. We'll rewrite what regret once meant from the letters we never sent. and truth behind our eyes. It was learning how to listen when pride would rather speak. It was staying in the moment when walking off felt weak. Not every day is golden, not every word is kind, but love is not perfection, it is a steady mind. And I'm still choosing you in the quiet, in the loud, when the world feels heavy and hope is not allowed. Not because it's easy, not because it's new, but because in every season I am still choosing you. We have faced our differences like weather in the spring, uncertain of the outcome of what the night would bring. But every storm has shown us what matters in the end. Love is not agreement, it's the will to comprehend. Through doubt and restoration, through questions left unsaid, the strongest vows are spoken in the words we never said. I'm still choosing you. I choose you in the ordinary, in the fragile in between, in the days that feel uncertain, in the spaces rarely seen. Not because the future is written safe and sure, but because a love that's tested is the only love that's pure. Let the years be witnesses, let the seasons move. I will not be shaken by what we must improve. I'm still choosing you when the years unfold, when the nights grow longer and the air turns cold. Not built on passion only, but something deeper too. In every single lifetime, I am still choosing you. I'm still choosing you when the light runs thin, when forgiveness teaches where we both have been, and when the dawn reminds us what love is meant to do. In every rising morning, I am still choosing you. Oh, yeah. There's a corner of the daylight where your laughter still remains, like a whisper in the skyline, soft as summer rain. Every road I used to wander led me back to you, like the compass of my longing, always pointing true. Somewhere only our hearts know, past the noise, past the glow, where the world cannot hearts know. When the evening turns uncertain and the future feels unclear, you're the steady, quiet curtain holding back my fear. Not in grand and blazing gestures, but in steady hands. Love is built in silent measures, more than spoken plans. Somewhere only our hearts know. If tomorrow shakes the skyline, if the seasons rearrange, I will trace your hand in mine through the shifting change. We were never built for easy, we were made for true. And every broken piece in me found its home in you. Broken piece in me found its home in you. Where the silent promises turn to something we can hold. Through the years that come and go, through the highs and through